you posted on social media that an 18-year-old has been sentenced to execution. Shivin Bagarian. Was this a guy in Iran?
Yes, exactly. I was today at the Free Iran demonstration and in Vienna, and I was shocked to learn that this 18-year-old one is already executed or will be executed. The exact status I don't know, and so I think it's outrageous to execute people just for their political beliefs, and especially if they're very young. I think it's a complete disgrace, and I hope the Iranians will get the just punishment by the American armada assembled, and they will strike Iran very hard and bomb it into unconditional surrender.
We'll talk about what America is doing. Marco Rubio was in Congress just the other day, and he was talking. He was talking about what they recently did in Venezuela, and talking about Iran. He was trying to justify to Congress why they need to intervene. Now it seems that Congress, if Trump presents something to Congress, that might hold up a U.S. strike, and it seems that maybe some of the allies in the region, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, didn't want America to intervene. Do you know if that's true?
Look, I'm a YouTuber and activist on X, so you're not discussing with Mr. Trump's son or his wife. I am not sure what is true in terms of I'm following the media. I have my assumption, but what I know for sure is that the American Army, Navy, and Air Force is now assembled in a strike capacity. And the last time this happened, it was at the beginning of the year in Venezuela, and they did strike. So Mr. Trump is absolutely ready to use military force. He has even used it already in July 25 against Iran. So we have the past record of two major interventions, and we know that America has liberated Iraq. And we know as well that it was a tragic mistake that Syria was not liberated by by America in 2013. And this was by the one person Mr. Trump hates the most. This was Obama, who has humiliated him and who has led to the complete phases of the weakness. And so we know what was the outcome in Syria. 15 years of terrible civil war and total destruction, Russia taking over Syria, and millions of people running away, a refugee crisis which has destabilized the Europe, and all these effects of non-intervention. So will America now intervene? That's, of course, an open question tonight. Tonight is the premiere of Melania, the big movie in the US. So I don't think that Mr. Trump will go home from this premiere to the White House Situation Room and bomb Iran. So it will not happen tonight. But I would actually bet my money on tomorrow. And I would not be walking the streets of Tehran tomorrow, or I would not be too close to any kind of sensitive military installation in Iran tomorrow night if I would like to be alive. And I love my life. So this is my recommendation. I don't know if Trump will do it. Trump is hard to predict, but ultimately I know very sure if he doesn't strike tomorrow night and he doesn't strike Sunday and he doesn't regime change the Ayatollah, if I would be the Ayatollah, I would get the nuclear weapon very fast for my dear friends of North Korea, Pakistan, and Russia. And I would make sure that I have, in all the left money I have and political energy, I would get the nuclear bomb in Iran. And Mr. Trump has bet his whole political career on not allowing Iran to have the nuclear weapon. That was his claim to fame in 2016 to criticize Obama's appeasement of Iran. And Iran is the archenemy of the United States, which doesn't have nukes. And it's the only one you can regime change because it's a bit more complicated with Russia and China. So if Mr. Trump is not regime changing Iran, he will have nuclearized Iran, and then he will be going down in the history not as the liberator of Iran, but as the man in power who allowed Iran to have nuclear weapons. And I think Mr. Trump doesn't want to go down in that lane of history. And so I think tomorrow is a very hot chance that he will make sure that the people of Iran have the chance for revolution, because the Revolutionary Guards will be extremely busy with defending themselves or survival, because once they strike, they will strike as hard as to make sure that the Iranian arsenal of strike weapons and rockets and missiles, which they have many left, they will be so well somehow disabled that they cannot harm the Arab and Israeli allies of the United States and their navy. And so I expect a lot of firework to happen tomorrow. And I hope you will publish this podcast before tomorrow, because if we then afterwards, I will be looking like a completely fool. And if you publish it tomorrow or now, release it, please, yeah, then I look like a wise man who predicted the strike. And so please, from New Zealand, my friend, publish it fast, because otherwise it will be in the dustbin of history, as many predictions of mine have been already. But I'm optimistic at the moment, and I think we will have a lot of positive news 2026.